Okay, so good day. So for today's lesson, we will have Newton's laws of motion. Okay, so when we say mechanics, it deals with two concepts in physics. We have kinematics and dynamics. So for you to better understand the two concepts, let's define it separately. So when we say kinematics, it deals with the concepts that are needed to describe motion. So on the other hand, we have dynamics. It deals with the effect that forces have on motion. So together, kinematics and dynamics form the branch of physics known as mechanics. So dynamics is the study of the forces that cause objects and systems to move. So the main focus of dynamics is the forces and systems that affects the objects change in position. So Newton's laws of motion are the foundation of dynamics. So we have three laws of motions, right? According to Isaac Newton. So these laws provide an example of the breadth and simplicity of principles under which nature functions. So let's have force. So force is a push or pull. Sa Tagalog, ang puwersa ay tulak or hila. An object at rest needs a force to get it moving. A moving object needs a force to change its velocity. So the SI unit for force is simply newtons. So for every newton, that is equivalent to 1 kilogram meter per second squared. Again, when we say force, it is a push or pull. Okay? The SI unit for force is newton. So take note that the unit Newton is in capital letter because when you write it as small letter or small letter n, hindi na yon Newton. Yun ay nano. Okay? So nano is a prefix. Usually, dinidikit natin siya sa unit. Example, nano column. Ganon. So the magnitude of a force can be measured using a spring scale. So ano po yung spring scale? Ito po yung spring scale. Yan. Ito. Yan. So spring scale is used to measure the amount of force. Okay? So take note that force is a vector quantity. Meaning, meron siyang direction. So, i-zoom natin. Or for example, a downward force or F sub 1 elongates the spring in about 1.00 centimeter. So that 1.000 centimeter has the equivalent amount of what? Force. So pag gumamit ka ng spring balance or spring scale, pag hinila mo daw yung object at humaba siya or na-extend up to 1.000 centimeter, it could be an equivalent to 1 Newton. Ganun ang paggamit niya. Kung 2.00 centimeter, that is around 2 newtons. Pag 3.00 centimeter, that is about 3 newtons. Ganun lang po kasimple. Okay? So we have two types of forces. So we can divide it into two, contact and non-contact. So under contact, we have applied spring force, drag force, frictional force, normal force. So for the non-contact forces, we have magnetic force, electric force, and gravitational force. Okay? So when we say applied force, so this is the type of force wherein meron kang binibigay na puwersa sa isang object. Example, pinalo mo yung bola, tinulak mo yung kotse, hinila mo yung box, kinaladkad mo yung bangko. So yung mga yon may puwersa but then ina-apply natin siya sa object. Ang spring force naman, gumagamit tayo ng isang coil, okay? So, maaaring solenoid to, no? So, solenoid, ginagamit yung term yun pag electricity. Pero ito, coil lang, no? Or spring. So, spring force, pagka hinila mo yan, ma-elongate siya. Pag binitawan mo, doon mo makikita yung spring force. So, drag force, the type of force wherein, for example, nagpa-paragliding ka, iba yung force na meron tayo sa gravitational versus drag force. Yun yung kiniibahan niya. Drag force naman to. Kasi nakaka-affect yung object na meron ka. Frictional force, example, nag-ice skating ka, that is an example of frictional force. So gumagamit ka ng friction para magkaroon ng movement. Okay? Then we have normal force or the type of force at rest. So lahat ng object na nakalay or nakapatong sa isang lugar ay may normal force. So magnetic force, the type of force around a magnet. So we know that the magnet has a north and south poles. Okay? So these two type of poles, hindi nag-o-oppose yan, nag-a-attract. Okay? Okay? So yung north pole na attract sa south pole, vice versa. Pero pag pareho sila ng poles, example south to south, north to north, then we have a magnetic force but repel. Electric force, gumagamit tayo ng charges, and gravitational force due to the force of the gravity. So sa Earth, meron tayong constant dyan and that is 9.8 meter per second squared. And that is our constant gravitational force. Okay? So the four fundamental forces of nature. So gravitational force is the attraction between two objects that have mass or energy. So whether this is seen in dropping a rock from a bridge, a planet orbiting a star, or the moon causing ocean tides. So the type of force wherein kaya tayo nagkakaroon ng tidal waves, high tides, it is because of the gravitational forces. So, electromagnetic force, so according to Lorentz, no? So, siya yung nag-coin ng term yan. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng Lorentz force for electromagnetic force. This acts between charged particles, so like negatively charged electrons and positively charged protons. So, nagkakaroon tayo ng attraction and that attraction is known as electromagnetic force. So, take note when we say electromagnetic, combination of two concepts, electricity and magnetism. So strong nuclear force, also called the strong nuclear interaction, is the strongest of the four fundamental forces of nature because it binds the fundamental particles of matter together to form larger particles. And lastly, we have weak nuclear force. So the weak force, also called the weak nuclear interaction, is responsible for particle A. So these two fundamental forces are important for us to understand the nature of forces. So vector nature of force. So arrows are used to represent forces just like vectors. So the length of the arrow is proportional to the magnitude of the force. Meaning, the longer the arrow is, the greater the amount of force it has. For example, so let's say this is 15 Newton, probably the 5 Newton would be at this length. So the 10 Newton would be ganito kahaba. Pagka 20 Newton, probably ganito kahaba. Okay? Ibig sabihin, the longer the arrow is, the stronger or the greater the force you have. Ganun lang kasimple. So when forces are applied perpendicularly to each other, the resultant or net force is the hypotenuse. Okay? For example, this one, as you can see, ito. Paano na pagka yung spring scale mo, hinila mo diagonally? Hinila ba diagonally? Di ba kanina hinila siya pababa? Dito naman hinila siya pa diagonal. Okay? So, yung force na meron ka dito, resultant yan of your F sub 1 and F sub 2. So, pag kinuha mo, yan yun. Resultant force. So, ma-manifest natin yan, makikita natin yan if we apply the same amount of force, F sub 1 and F sub 2, at the same time sa isang object. For example, this object, ito, object yan. Okay? Pag tinulak natin yan, from here, dito, and dito ng sabay, saan kaya siya pupunta? Pupunta siya dito. Kasi yun yung resultant niya. Same concept dito. Okay? Diba? Okay. So, concept pa lang tayo, ha? Example, this one. So if two people push in different direction on the third person, as illustrated, we might expect the total force to be in the direction shown. So since the force is a vector, it adds just like other vectors for two ice skaters. For example, this one. This is you. Ikaw daw to. Okay? Saan ka kaya mapupunta pag tinulak ka ng dalawang tao? Okay? Siyari, inaaway ka. Okay? Tinulak ka nito, tinulak ka dito at behind. So, ang iyong movement will not be papunta sa harap. Hindi. So, dun sa resultant which is diagonally. Okay? So, free-body diagram is a technique used to illustrate all the external forces acting on a body. So, the body is represented by a single isolated point or free body and only those forces acting on the body from the outside. External forces are shown. So, we use this free-body diagram to interpret the forces that acts on the object. So, we can use this simply by writing a box wherein this is your object. Example lang. So, kung wari, meron kang type of force na gravitational, paano mo siya isulat? So, kung ito yung object, ang gravitational, syempre lagi pababa. So, yan, yon pababa. Anong symbol nun? F sub G or small letter G, F sub G. So, gravitational force. So, ang normal force, kung nga sabihin natin ito yung object na nakapatong. Nakapatong siya sa isang lamesa. Therefore, the force that acts on this object are two defining forces. We have gravitational force, kaya siya continuously pabagsak. Pero pag pinatong mo siya sa isang lugar, magkakaroon siya ng normal force. Kasi pinipigilan ng normal force na tuluyang bumagsak yung yung object. Ganyan ang interpretation niyan. Yan ang free body diagram ng isang libro na nakapatong sa lamesa wherein it has two type of forces, normal and gravitational. Okay? So this will be the part 1 of our recorded discussion for laws of motion.